Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green, and today we've brought Tottenham Hotspur to the county ground, where they will be roundly defeated by the suddenly resurgent Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers. Coming off of a 3-1 victory over West Ham, there's Ginger Rampage. He's in the starting lineup today. Same unchanged lineup from yesterday because that went great. Today I'm going to do a live format Question Tuesday kind of thing where Stan asks me questions from the Twitter. I asked the people of the Twitter if they had questions. They did. I'm going to answer them. The first question, what do you think of 50 Shades of Grey? So full disclosure, I've only read a few parts of 50 Shades of Grey, and I don't think that people should comment on books they haven't read. I've always found that sort of rude. But so far as I can tell, it's a pretty unspectacular S&M novel. It seems to be, very much in line with other S&M novels. But this one really became a big phenomenon, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a second opinion about it. I don't think the writing is particularly spectacular, but then is that really the idea of an S&M novel? I don't think so. So I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, that's my opinion. What's the next question? What's my favorite John Hughes film? So I've got to choose between, Breakfast Club and 16 Candles. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Well, I'm going to say Ferris Bueller's Day Off because it was the first off, it's set in Chicago, a city I love and know well. We're not playing well against Tottenham, by the way. So you guys got to remember that when we're playing West Ham, then we have hopes of winning, and we're playing Tottenham, and when we're playing Tottenham, we seek to draw. So a draw would be great here. It would continue our undefeated season, and that would be a success. Tottenham is one of the best teams. They are a lot better than us on paper, so please remember that. All right. I'm going to say Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's great. It's a great movie, and it's very, very funny. But it's also got a great heart to it, and it's set in. There's so much of it, like the Cubs game, and I don't know. It's just awesome. Also, it was the first PG-13 movie I ever saw, so I like that about it. It was dirty. Back when I was 11, that was about as hardcore as it got. Now, apparently, 11-year-olds are reading 50 Shades of Grey. So there you go. Times are changing. What is my favorite Manhattan neighborhood? That's an interesting question. I guess I'll say the Upper West Side. That's where I lived when I lived in Manhattan. I lived at 88th and Columbus. Oh, the game stopped. That's good. It gives me a chance to pass the ball, John Green. No, ball, John Green, you're better than that. That's disappointing performance from Ball John Green. Apparently he wasn't ready for the ball. I don't know. Maybe he looked in the crowd and saw his Susan. Stan, by the way, did you hear that Ricardo Bunsen-Byrne has fallen in love with a Swoodilypooper supporter? Love at first sight. Beautiful stuff. Far post? No. Yeah, the Upper West Side. I mean, there's so many great neighborhoods in Manhattan. And at this point, at this point, on some level, Manhattan is just one gigantic neighborhood of bankers. And I guess Chinatown and Harlem. But even Harlem has quite a number of bankers in it. But yeah, I liked where we lived. I liked being near Columbia, but also, being near the park. Do my parents still have dial-up internet access? So when I made the first Vlogbrothers video that I ever made, I had to make it at my parents' house, and I had to upload it to dial-up internet, believe it or not. And it took forever. In the old days, when the YouTube uploader was not particularly fast to begin with, and then you combine that with, oh boy, that was almost a goal, but Ricardo Bunsen-Byrne scared him with his beautiful dive. No, my parents don't still have dial-up internet, thank God. They have this weird, did he make a save? He did. They have this weird, satellite internet that people who live in rural areas get, where it's not that fast, but it's faster than 3G. When was the last time I felt really alive? Whoa, Stan! Stan! You're trying to get a power cord, right? All right, I guess that's justifiable. Oh! That was a foul! Go off the post! Oh, I've almost felt really alive just then, Stan. Oh, come on! Oh, that's got to be a foul! Oh. Oh, the last time I felt really alive was the 2005 Champions League final. No, I don't know. I feel lucky. I feel every day, pretty much. At some point in the day, I think about how crazy a thing it is to have consciousness and to be alive. Like how crazy it is just to be a creature in this particular world at this particular historical moment, and how pleasant it is to have consciousness. So as long as I feel really alive, as long as I think about that, at least once a day. Like yesterday, I was watering the plants because we have this big vegetable garden in our backyard. I was watering the vegetables, and I was just like, oh my God, what a weird, beautiful, crazy world we live in. Yeah, so I don't suffer from a shortage of that, for better or worse. What are my thoughts on the upcoming Gatsby movie? Well, I don't like to judge a movie from its trailer, but I'm not tremendously enthusiastic, I have to say. I don't know. You can't. It's a hard, complicated thing, man. You can't. It's really difficult to adapt that movie because it's a 0-0 draw at halftime, and remember, 0-0 draw would be a victory. It's a hard movie to adapt because you have to find what is enjoyable about the culture of the Gilded Age without celebrating it. But it all seemed a little silly to me. The throwing of the shirt seemed a little silly to me, and the Who is Gatsby. The fact that the trailer only had like one line of dialogue from the book. I don't know. We'll see. Can conjoined twins use the carpool lane? Yes, of course. Why wouldn't they be able to? Conjoined twins are two people. There's no ambiguity about whether a conjoined twin is one person or two people. A conjoined twin is always two people. Period. There's no secret rule or anything. So yeah, they can definitely use the carpool lane because conjoined twins are two separate individual human beings who happen to share a bodily connection.
Well, we've got a substitution now.
Have I ever considered writing any sequels? Well, not really, but I'll do it at some point, maybe, if I need money. I don't know what books would I write a sequel to, and what would the sequel look like? I mean, people are always asking me about what the ending to The Fault in Our Stars, like as if there's some ambiguity in. Oh, terrible! I had time there. I needed to settle. Look, I could have chested it down and shot, but instead, desperate header. Fails. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I need to write sequels for any of my books because I feel like I ended them exactly where I wanted to end them. And generally, I'm a little distrustful of sequels. I have to say, that's just not. It's not the kind of book I write. And when I write, when I leave things with some ambiguity, I did that on purpose, and I don't really want to undo it. Oh, ball John Green, well defended by Tottenham. All right, what's next? How often do I water my lawn? So that's a question intended to embarrass me, and it will. We've had an exceptionally dry spring and summer here in Indianapolis. Of course, it should be stated again, in case for those of you who have never seen my Vlogbrothers video on this topic, lawns are evil. They're evil and they're crazy, and they take perfectly drinkable water and they pour them into a thing that makes no food for us or otherwise serves us in any way except to give us a place to occasionally walk, which is not something we suffer from a shortage of. It's not like we have not enough walking areas in the United States or something. So, yeah, I don't like lawns. I water my lawn, ideally 0 times, but increasingly... Oh, that's got to be a foul. I guess he got a bit of the ball. I have watered it a couple times this summer just to try to keep it from dying, because if it dies, then you just have more complicated problems. But I water my vegetables all the time. I water them at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. What books have I enjoyed that I didn't think I would? Well, I'm a big fan of like romance novels set in the past. That genre of like Edwardian romance or whatever. So I probably would have told you that I wouldn't like those books if I hadn't read them first. But yeah, I'm a big fan of those books. So we got a corner kick here. I'm going to bring Ginger Rampage forward, and hopefully Ginger Rampage will get a goal. Come on, Ginger Rampage. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, it's ball John Green. No. Come on, boys. You're better. You're better than this. You know? I mean, I'm beginning to think that we could beat Tottenham. Come on. Ball John Green. It was like he didn't even know the cross was coming in. That's disappointing. His head's out of the game. I don't know where he is today. That's not what you want to see, though. Oh, and then a great tackle. All right, what's next? Do I believe that if you work hard enough, you can do anything? No. No, definitely not. Luck plays a big role, and so does, like, the life that you're born to. So, for instance, if you've read the great book Behind the Beautiful Forevers by Catherine Boo, that is not... it was not a foul. There's this beautiful book called Behind the Beautiful Forevers by Catherine Boo that I recommend anyone who is interested in the problem of poverty or the question of what human beings can do or the question of equality of opportunity, things like that. Anyone who's interested in that stuff should really read this book. And it is it's about life in a slum in Mumbai, and it follows these young people who have various jobs, but mostly work in the kind of garbage collection and recycling business, and their kind of the benefits and drawbacks to their work. Oh, good John Green's ball, another John Green's. They love each other and they love our team. What an astonishing Tottenham! Are you kidding me? Oh, what a beautiful goal. Far post, just over the reach of the keeper, and suddenly the Swindon Town Swoodilypoopers supporters are singing the song of their heroes, the married John Greens, and could it be again? No. Maybe. No. Yeah, so, right, I was talking about sad things. I forgot about that. There's no doubt that if you are born in a slum in Mumbai, even if you work very hard and take advantage of every single opportunity that is given to you, that there are still things stacked against you and still things that you would like to accomplish that you can't accomplish. But I do believe that working hard gets you a lot. For instance, it gets you a victory over Tottenham so that your opponents smell their pits in shame. Congratulations to the boys. What a run we're on. It's beautiful. Thank you for your questions, and hopefully we'll do one of these Question Tuesdays again sometimes. Best wishes.